The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Next Gen update is, believe it or not, 1 year old now. We've had this thing for actually over a year by the time this video has released. And in this video, we'll just be talking about what's happened and what we can expect in the future from this update, or the next gen version of The Witcher 3, version 4. So let's just load into a random save here. I have no idea where this will be actually at all. But yeah, so we've had this for a year now. Now, when it released, it was a little bit of a rough launch, I suppose. On PC, the optimization wasn't great, and I'll be honest, going into it, I thought these days I expect any release on PC, I expect poor optimization these days. It's sort of a trend. But now things have improved. So in terms of on PC, the optimization is better. There is also pretty good, the graphics are nice on PC. You're getting ray tracing, all of those options as well. And I believe you get NVIDIA DLSS as well. Yeah, you do get NVIDIA DLSS. I remember that now. And I have done a video going over all the best Witcher 3 Next Gen settings on PC and console. And I'll link that video in the description below and at the end of this one. But yeah, I mean, I think where the main improvements is on the consoles, on the Series S, and also on the Series X, of course, and the PlayStation 5. And this guy's gonna... Okay, we're gonna have to defeat this guy real quick. But yeah, it's a really cool update, and in the end, it was good. When it first launched, yeah, it was a little bit rough. Don't get me wrong, and I was so close to killing him. But at the end of the day, it's worked well in the end. But yeah, launch wasn't great. Now, in terms of what we can expect in the future from this Witcher 3 Next Gen update, we do know we are getting on PC a mod menu, so that's going to be cool. And in terms of at the moment, let's take a look at the graphics options that we get on PlayStation 5, but obviously this is the same on a Series X. So for example, we'll try this ray tracing mode for a bit, where you get 30 frames, and I mean, when playing, it might be harder to see, but when from a bit watching it, but when you're playing, you can really tell the difference between 30 frames and 60. Now, since it has launched, we did actually get the content, I believe, was put on Nintendo Switch and the older consoles, all the Netflix DLCs and everything like that. And we also got all of that, of course, on the next-gen consoles and PC. So we did get new content with this update, which I thought was great. And that's only sort of, that's, for a game that released, well, a very long time ago now, I think that's really impressive. So, yeah, that was the main highlight really when this did release, was of course getting the new content and also getting the improvements for the consoles. But it's been a year now, so yeah. But I think CD Projekt Red didn't disappoint with this update. I think it's good, to be honest. I was fairly happy when it launched. It was a bit buggy, but it didn't take too long for them to improve everything. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, now it's pretty solid. But yeah, when it did launch, it was a bit rough. People weren't entirely happy. But I mean, look at that, 60 frames on a console. That's very smooth. And of course, we also now get the use of the adaptive triggers and all the DualSense controls and all of that. And over on PlayStation and Xbox, there is also a physical release now. And you can get a complete edition of the game, which includes all of the great DLCs of the game as well, at a pretty decent price. But I mean, yeah, we have got the Witcher 3 Next Gen, and the Witcher 3 at the end of the day is a great game to play in 2023, or, well, it'll be pretty much 2024 by the time this video is out. So, I mean, no matter what year it is, the Witcher 3 is definitely a must-play if you haven't played it already. And if you were someone that played it on one of the older consoles, then it's definitely worth a replay if you've got on the next-gen consoles, or, even if you're still on the older consoles, there's been some slight improvements with this as well, so I'd still maybe check it out. And if you're on Nintendo Switch, I'd say check out the game. I'd say no matter what stage, I think it's always worth a replay, but with this next-gen update, it just makes it even more worth it. And of course, it was linked well with the Netflix series, so if you've watched the Netflix series and you've not actually played the game, or you've not played it for a long time since, or maybe you haven't played it since before the Netflix series released, then I'd recommend checking it out, particularly now there is a fully fledged, well optimized, very well done and well made, and something that works well, a next gen update. So yeah, a well worked next gen update is available now in the game, and it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. But since it's been out for a year, I'm sure a lot of you have. So yeah, in terms of that mod menu, that will be releasing at a later date. When it will release, it will be in 2024, I assume, at some point. I don't know when. There's not really a way of knowing. But that will obviously just improve the game in general. It will make modding a lot easier for people on PC. It is going to be PC exclusive. I assume that was the case. I believe that was the case. And yeah, that will obviously make playing the game on PC a much better experience. So in terms of that, it just about covers it up there, really. And yeah, that will definitely make things even better. Hopefully when that does release, it won't ruin the optimization and everything that's already there. And I've been running up and down this same area for a while. So yeah, hopefully that won't ruin things. But that's definitely something to keep your eyes out for if you are playing on PC, since, I mean, that's going to be a nice improvement. And if you're into your mods, it's just going to make all of that much easier. So I'll definitely do videos covering that when it does release. But I've done loads of videos about this Witcher 3 next gen update, so feel free to check all of those out. But it's been a year since this was released, and we also recently got a final update, really, for Cyberpunk 2077. So yeah, sort of we're getting to the end of the Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077 in terms of support. Well, we pretty much have reached the end, but we're still getting stuff for the Witcher 3, to be fair, new mod menu and all of that. But yeah, it's sort of the end of this era in a way, or close to it. But we are moving on now to The Witcher 4, of course. That's in, I believe we saw recently articles releasing that that's in some full proper development now. And then, of course, we'll also get the sequel to Cyberpunk at some point. I mean, that's still a long way away yet. And The Witcher 4 is going to be a long way away yet, really. But I'd say once we get to 2025, we could be close to or expecting some sort of news regarding these. So yeah, we're also getting a Witcher 3, or no, sorry, not the Witcher 1 remake from the ground up as well. So that's also cool. That's something to look forward to. But at the moment, we've got Cyberpunk 2077 running well and working well on the next-gen consoles, along with The Witcher 3 on the next-gen consoles and PC. Same with Cyberpunk as well, it's on PC. And they're both must-play games by CDPR, I'd say, these days. They both run well. They both work well on many, many platforms, even if you're on an older console. Maybe not Cyberpunk, but The Witcher 3 does run well on those consoles. And of course, now you can get The Witcher 3, a really, really good port for it on Nintendo Switch. And I've done a video talking about the update for next gen on Nintendo Switch, what you get with that, and a full review of The Witcher 3 on Nintendo Switch. I'll link those videos down below as well. But at the end of the day, yeah, this is actually, it's pretty mental to think it's over a year old now. That's gone quick. But yeah, we've had this Witcher 3 next gen update for a little while, and it's good now. It did, like I said in this video, launch in a bit of a rough state, but we got it eventually working well. And now I would strongly suggest playing it if you haven't already. And yeah, obviously really positive stuff. And we've just got the Witcher 1 remake to look forward to. And also we've got the Witcher 4 to look forward to as well. And of course the mod changes for the Witcher 3 in the near future too. So all positive really. And it's just a nice video talking about the Witcher 3 next gen update and how we've got to the point we're at today. And yeah, that does just about wrap up things here for this video. On screen now you are seeing a link to a different video. Hit the link on the screen if you are interested in watching that. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.